Hello, fellow Swordsoul enthusiast. Welcome back to the channel. We finally gotten the new Tenyi support in Master Duel. It's been out for about a week, but I've just been grinding ranked, going from I think from silver all the way to diamond. So yeah, had a bit of grinding to do, but yeah, went through a couple builds with the deck and landed on the version I'm most comfortable with right now. I feel like this version plays the best. We made some changes to the deck plus the new cards, so we're gonna discuss the changes first, then we're going to discuss the new cards and how they benefit the deck, and then I guess I'll do maybe a couple of hands over here, just kind of showing you guys what I feel like the potential of the deck is and how it runs up against hand traps. Like this hand for example is pretty bad against hand traps. See, going second, draw one, even worse. Yeah, and at least it has Vishida going second, and Vishida Ecclesia is nice going second, but going first is just not a very great hand. But yeah, getting straight into it. We cut a copy of Adar down to one because we don't really need it to kind of back up our normal summons anymore, to kind of just make sure we end on the disruption, because one, we cut 9 pillars, and two, Cerulia does that a lot better than Adhara does, because Cerulia will make sure you continue comboing, while Adhara, you would just go into Denlong and then you would end on Denlong and 9 pillars, which is just one disruption. So it didn't feel as good. And yeah, 2 is just plenty enough for the grind game. It's still a tuner, so it still does come up. We still do Denlong combos with our Tenyis. Whenever that does come, whenever we don't draw a normal summon, at least, I feel like Mula Dark combos are a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like they're a little bit better than going the Denlong route, but only if you don't have a normal summon. But yeah, you only need the 2. Just kind of save the first one during your first turn if you do end up putting one to the graveyard. I would say don't use it if you don't have to. Obviously, if you need cost for like Longhorn or something, or Moyi, then go ahead and recycle something back. But this is a kind of card that will help you win a lot of your follow-up turns. So definitely save this whenever you can going first. And to see, we cut a copy of Ecclesia. She just has a big problem of not being a Wyrm or a Swordsoul monster. So whenever she's left in our hand, when we see multiple copies of her, the one copy that stays in our hand can't be used is for anything for our Swordsouls. So it just feels bad. She's still another copy of our normal summons, which is good for our consistency, but drawing multiple copies is absolutely not fun right now. So to cut one of her out, then next we have the one of Vishida. We cut a copy of this just because it doesn't feel great to draw this going first, obviously, but you really just don't need more than one copy, if we're being honest. If you do need to see this card more than once per game, you can recycle it back with Adara, so that's not an issue of just getting back to it. It's dead in a lot of hands, if we're being honest. Plus, there's plenty of removal in the deck as far as removal goes, and then main deck removal, we also have Tenyi Affinity now, so that also helps our ability to break boards and not have such a necessity for a Vishida. But anyway, this card is super accessible, so it's not like we're desperate to draw into it going second. New edition, Abyss Dragon Swordsoul. Really fun card to use. It's easy to set up. You just have to have a field spell on either side of the field, either your opponent's or yours. We play one now, so that means we can set it up more often and not have to rely on our opponent having a field spell. And then yeah, if a card is banished by card effect, you simply summon this out, and then you get to banish a field spell and a monster. So it's pretty good in the Malice matchup, if I'm being honest. They try to bring something back after they banish it, then you just instant banish it again, and then they'll kind of have to struggle to get that resource back. They'll probably have to use hair. I like to kind of focus on the links with this card, because it's, well, not hair's not the only way. Hair and I think Cryptor are the way they recycle cards. So yeah, it it's really good for putting pressure on Malice. And then there's obviously other decks that run field spells as well. Tenpai is one, but you're not going to be able to resolve this against Tenpai very easily because that field spell is super annoying. Yubel, Snake Eyes have a field spell that they use in some versions. I mean, some builds. Some of them don't. Fiendsmith, but specifically with the Millennium Engine. Any deck that uses the Millennium Engine, so White Forest as an example. Really, the Fiendsmith Millennium is a combination. Is pretty consistent version that you see of that. But yeah, any deck that runs the Millennium Engine that deck has a field spell. So then there are just more and more decks coming out with great field spells as well. Ryzeal is around the corner. Yummies, Control is getting one. So there are a lot of powerful decks with really good field spells. So I feel like this is just going to continue to be a relevant card down the line. So I'm just going ahead and getting a jump on using it. Is there anything else in the main? Nothing other than cutting a copy of this for Tenyi Infinity. And it's the extra deck. We cut Chao Feng because we don't respect Nib in the slightest. That's pretty much why I cut Chao Feng. You're not going into it, you're not ending on it. Any combo route that you would have gone into it is now taken up by Mula Adara. If you're going into Chao Feng going first, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the leg. But you know, Nib definitely still a threat, but I don't respect it at all. It's not that I hardly see it, but you really only see it if your opponent resolves Max C, so it doesn't feel that real. Most lists only run the one copy. Any deck running two or more is just hand trap heavy decks. So yeah, I'm not really feeling too much pressure from it. But definitely still a very powerful card into Swordsoul. So definitely it's still a big weakness of the deck. I just don't care about it right now. But yeah, I think that's all the changes. So we can now discuss the new cards. Saruya is a very, very good card. She comes with two really good effects. The first one being if you control a Worm monster or a face-up non-effect monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that gives you free access to a level 4 body, and she is a tuner as well, so she helps with a lot of your synchro plays. And then her other effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard for a Worm synchro monster, you can special summon a Tenyi Link monster. All you just got to do is pay life point equal to its link rating. It's pretty much just cheating out Tenyi Links. You either summon Shaman to kind of extend your combos or for combo recovery, or you go into Saraswara to help protect your boards and make them harder to break by making your monsters untargetable. So yeah, absolutely a beautiful card. It helps you play around so many disruptions. This is definitely what this deck needed. It's just not another starter, unfortunately, but that is what it is. Then Tenyi Infinity is another really, really good extender. What it does is upon activation, you either get to search Vessel or Circle, and that pretty much just reads, if I have Tenyis, I'm going to play through at least one or two hand traps with Vessel, or I'm going to protect my normal summon with Circle, so you're going to play through Impermanent Veiler. So it just pretty much guarantees you get to play through hand traps. This is a really, really good card. And then its secondary effect, Tributed Worm, target a monster on the field, destroy it. Really good going second for breaking boards. More importantly though, this pops Yazi going first, so this means we have more access to Yazimari routes, and that means that we can more consistently end on better end boards, since that's usually a combo that will let us end on an additional level 10 synchro and an 8 synchro, or just a level 10 synchro. It guarantees a level 10 and a level 8 synchro, so really, really helpful. And then last but not least, Mula Adara. Upon synchro summon, if you if you have two or more Worm monsters in your graveyard and or banishments, you get to add a field spell from your deck to your hand. We play only the one, so this searches Tenyi Infinity, and then when you control a non-effect monster, it gains 3 bonus effects, can't be targeted, so that's going to help this card be unaffected by Impermanent Veiler. Can't be destroyed by card effects. It's just gonna punish your opponent for not reading. If we're real honest, they're gonna get used to that eventually. Then finally, it can make a second attack during the battle phase, and I feel like that was just kind of built to help it replace Boxia for helping you OTK, but not Boxia, but Draco Berserker. But yeah, I ended up putting Draco Berserker back in over Chow Fang, so didn't really matter in the end. But yeah, no, this is a really great card. But only just because it searches this. I'll be real. This is the great card, and this is just a beautiful card. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the new cards and what they do. Yeah, let's get into those hands. So, this is just a normal summon Moyi kind of hand. Let me be real. Oh, level 10 Synchro Pass, not great, but pretty good as far as non-engine goes. Just not the time to be drawing it. Alright, this is a little more interesting. I feel like I kind of see a Yazimari line, but you kind of use Ashina, I'm pretty sure, sooner than you really want to. But let's see, Emergent Search Long One, normal summon the Moyi, reveal, summon token, Long One, tribute Ashina, not tribute, but send Ashina, summon itself, and that's how. Actually, you don't even need to use Moyi effect. Let's not do Moyi, actually. We can save that for later in the combo. So just normal summon Moyi, no effects. Ashina, sent to the graveyard by Long One. So Long One token and Long One on the board. Banish the Ashina, summon Adara. Long One, Adara, make Yazi. Burn for 1200. Moyi plus token equals Mula Adara. Search Team Infinity. I'm questioning going Vessel here just because you don't have Ashina anymore, but you can still get Saruya, so we're actually still gonna search Vessel. Then Link Muladar from Monk, activate. No, actually, you don't need to do that. Save your monks for the grind game. Yeah, just tribute Monk, pop Yazi. Yazi summon Mirror. Get 3 tokens. Then activate Vessel. Send Abyss Swordsoul and add Saruya to hand. That way you got Tenyi Infinity and Abyss setup. This is one of the perks of this card, is that it pretty much guarantees access to this if you don't have anything else to send off a Vessel, which is nice. Then from there you can just go Denlong, add Swanee, Denlong, send Ashina to the graveyard, or Vishita, just whichever floats your boat. You just need to send a level 7. The Denlong plus Mirror token. It's Boxia. Denlong effect, summon Jiaotu. Boxia, pop the last Mirror token, summon Moyi. You still don't need Moyi effect if we're being honest. We're just gonna special summon Saruya from hand. And Jiaotu, Boxia, make Kijing. I feel like I want another synchro, but I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. So Kijing, Ashina, not Ashina, Saruya plus Moyi equals Chizhao. Chainlink 1 Chizhao, Chainlink 2 Moyi, Chainlink 3 Saruya. Saruya will summon Sajrara, why not? Moyi will draw 1. Doesn't matter what it is. Long One is okay. Then Chizhao will search Summit, and we'll summit back the Moyi. Now Moyi can reveal, get a token, and then we get Boxia. So you ended with Sarasvara, Kijing Long One, Chizhao, and Draco Berserker. So, and then I guess you have Maxi and Blackout is the other 2 cards that you drew for turn as well on top of that. So pretty decent. Oof, this one's a rough hand. Normal summon Moyi is all you can do, if I'm being honest. Chain Link 2. Yeah, not much better. Not the worst to see going second though, as far as non-engine goes. This also not the worst, but you're pretty much just gonna go Moyi combo. Moyi combo. We are back. Temporary technical problems. Let's continue. We'll do a couple more hands. We'll try to manage 4. This hand's not very great, but at least it can eat hand traps on its own. Tenyi Infinity for Vessel. Unfortunately. Special Summon Fish, Monk, Vessel will dump Ashina, add. Saruya has to be the best choice here, no? You don't have a loaded graveyard though, unfortunately. I can't load the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll still do that. This way, Chixiao's chain block. So, banish Ashina, summon Mapura, special summon Saruya from hand, synchro into Chixiao. Chain link 1 Chixiao, chain link 2 Saruya. You'll summon Sarfrara, and Chixiao will search what I have access to. Unfortunately, Longwand just doesn't have cost yet, so we'll just search Emergence. Yeah, you'll search Emergence, and while you actually still do have your normal summon, so you could go Tire Moyi here, actually. Might be better. Yeah. Emergence for Taya. Normal summon Taya. Banish Saruya from graveyard. Why not? Summon token. Make box. Not box you. Can make Draco Berserker, and then Taya will dump Adara. Adara will banish herself, add back the Ashina, and then Longwand for Qixing. So it worked out a little bit better. This is a classic Moyi hand. Bummer. Monk, Vessel, Sin, Hoof. That's gonna be. So we didn't get a normal summon, so I feel like you actually do Denlong combo here. Yeah, but since you were solving Vessel, you can just send a level 4. You know, we'll dump, I don't feel like it too much matters what you dump here. Just dump Abyss. Dump Abyss and search Adara. Special summon Adara, banish Ashina, special summon Mapura, make Denlong. Denlong will search for Swanee. Then Denlong dumps Taya, I guess. No, you can dump Moyi. Yeah, dump Moyi, actually. We'll get the draw. You don't need to send anything off of Taya anyway. Graveyard's pretty loaded. Let's see. Denlong plus normal summon Swanee from hand, and then Denlong plus Swanee will make Boxia. Denlong effect will summon Jiaotu from deck, and then Boxia can pop the Monk to summon Taya, not Taya, Moyi from the. Actually, hold on. Let's pause right there. So, Jiaotu, Boxia. Adara, add back Ashina first before you pop Monk, and then pop Monk, summon Moyi, reveal Ashina. Well, we had cost anyway, but still, we'll do it just to have long one cost. Summon token, Boxia, Jiaotu, Qixing, Moyi, token, Chixiao, draw 1, search this long one, and then a long one to get you Chunying. Oof, this is kind of a stacked hand, but you're just gonna Yazimari with Baron, keep it simple. This hand is fine. Long one will send Ashina. Ashina banish herself, summon Reporter, summon Chizhao. Chizhao will target Long One, banish Blackout from hand, so negate Long One, and then Blackout will trigger, summon you a token, and then Long One token will make, well, you're locked into synchro, not synchronous wires, so just go Kijing. Boom, another Yazimari Baron hand. Normal summon Moyi kind of hand. That's just Moyi combo, and you'll back it up with Cerulia. Normal summon Moyi hand. Okay. We'll try to get one more interesting one. This is interesting, except for the fact that we juge out too, so you're not really trying to go Yazimare. I'm trying to. What can I do with Swordsoul Trinity here? We're not playing Chao Feng, so I don't really. You don't want to consider it. Maybe you just do your normal combo here, actually, and then you'll just search. You just emergence from Protoss. I feel like that's the best idea, because I'd hate to. Yeah. And then you could just start with Baron, actually, to protect your board. It makes more sense. So Long One will send Jail to Baron, and then you can normal summon Taya. Normal summon Taya, banish, whatever. Token, Chizhao, dump. I guess you dump Abyss. It doesn't really matter. And emerge, we'll search Protoss. And we'll end out there, because I do have other things I need to do. This has been pretty fun. I am enjoying the deck as things are going right now. This is at least a better meta for the deck than the last one was, but maybe that's just me finally enjoying Master Duel because I can play a lot of Swordsoul again. Who knows? Either way, I will look forward to seeing you guys in some future content. It's Friday, so it's Duel Night in the Discord, so I will be doing that in actually less than an hour. So, see you guys in the future. Hope you guys be well.